Hello everyone, welcome to my class lesson. Hope all are keeping well. Today we are going to study about future tense. So friends, let me ask a question. What do you understand by future tense? Future tense is the event described by the verb that not having happened yet, which means that did not happen, but it is going to be happen. It will be in future. So that's why we are studying today about future tense. So friends, we already studied about present tense, past tense. In present tense, we used to add before. Example is, are. In past tense, we studied was, were. But in future, we will be studying about will and shall. So, the will be going along with all the persons. For example, first person, second person, third person. But shall will be, mainly, shall will be going along with the first person singular and plural. So now let's study about the future tense. The future tense is divided into four parts. What are that? Simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Now let's study about simple future. So the simple future, wherever we can use it. First of all, the action which it can show in future. For example, she will participate in the competition. So the event or the action which is going to happen, that time we can add simple future. Example, she will participate in the competition. That means not now, she will in future. Then second, the usage is promise and willingness. In future, we are just giving the promises or we are willing to do something. That time also we can use simple future. Example, I will definitely call you in the evening. That means I am just giving a promise. Yeah, I will call you. Definitely, I will call you today or tomorrow evening. So here we are giving the promises or I am willing. I will do it. That means my willingness. Next, the action which indicate or about to happen in the future. Example, I think they will report on time. That means we can say assumption. Assumption we know. We are assuming something, which means we are making, just like related to prejudice we can say. We are just making it. Okay, I think he will come today. Just like that, assumptions. So here the example, I think they will report on time. That means I think I am making an assumptions. So friends, now let's study the structures. Now we studied the three usages wherever we can use it. Now let's study the structure. First we can study the affirmative. Affirmative means positive. Subject plus shall or will plus verb plus object. For example, I will go to market tomorrow. So subject A, I will or I shall. Verb to go to the market. Then we can add go tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or next week. Like that we can add it. Next, negative. Just we can take the opposite of the affirmative. I shall not go to the market. So between the will of the shop and verb we just add the not. Which means just before the verb we just add not. Right? Yes or no question. Interrogative. Yes or no question. In beginning we have to keep shall or will. Then subject, then verb, then object, then question mark. Example. Will you go to the market? No, I will not go to the market. Yes, I will go to the market. Next, W's. Where, okay. First W question we are adding where, when, how, what, why. These are the W questions we can add. Then shall or will, then subject, then verb, then object, then question mark. So here I can tell the example. Where shall we go next week? That means where. What will you do tomorrow? So first we have to ask the questions. So friends, I hope you understood little bit idea about simple future, about the usages and the structure. One thing you just keep it in your mind that in future tense we are using shall or will. In present we are using is or are. In past we are using was, verb. Okay friends? So friends, now let's study about future continuous. So what do you understand by future continuous? Future continuous, the actions which take place in future in certain period. That we can say future continuous. So now let's study about the usages. The action that will be in progress at a given point of time in future. Which means the action is going to take place in future and also in that it is having a duration of time, in the point of time. For example, I shall be traveling to Kerala tomorrow. So here I just made ing form. Usually we are adding ing form in present continuous and past continuous. So here also will be coming in future in a certain duration, that is a certain time, in the point of time. If we are going continuously, then we can use future continuous. Next way, I shall be traveling to Kerala tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be traveling. That's it. So friends, now let's study about the future continuous structure. First of all, coming affirmative. Subject plus, shall or will plus, be plus. Here we are just adding be. And verb, then ing. Then object. Example, I shall be going to Churu tomorrow. That means tomorrow I am going to Churu. Then the negative, just make the opposite. Subject plus, shall or will plus, not plus, be plus, verb plus, ing plus object. Example, I shall not be going the market tomorrow. Got it? Or I shall not be going to Jaipur tomorrow. Just make the opposite of it. Now let's study the yes or no questions. First of all, we have to add shall or will, then subject, then be, then verb, ing, object. Object, it is not much necessary, okay? It is not necessary. If it is needed, then you can use it. Then thereafter it will become a question mark. So, will you be going tomorrow? That is question we can ask. Yes, I will be going tomorrow. So this is answer. No, I will not be going tomorrow. That answer we can give. So friends, I want to tell you one thing. Most of the people or most of the students, they are not using future continuous, future perfect continuous. So why we study these are things? We have to use it in communicating English. And now let's study WH functions. First of all, we have our WH, then shall or will, then subject, then be, then verb, ing. And here also object. It is not necessary. If it is necessary, you can use it. Then question mark. So, what is the question we can use it here? Where will you be going tomorrow? So the answer I can give, I will be going tomorrow to Jaipur. I will be going to Jaipur tomorrow. So like that again. Where will be? When will you be coming here? I will be coming here tomorrow. So this is all about future continuous. Friends, now let's study about future perfect. So what do you understand by future perfect? Future perfect, the action or event going to take place in a definite time or in a perfect manner. So let's go through the usages. Then you will understand much more. First, the completion of an action by certain time in the future, which means the actions which going to be complete in future, not now, but it will be finishing in future. Already planned that will be finishing in future in definite time. Time beginning with by. So when we add the time, before that we have to add by. Example, I can say that I will have gone to Delhi by next week. That means I already planned and next week it will be finishing. It will get in course of time. It will be forcing. Next, I hope you understood this one. One more, let me tell you. The completion, that is, it shows the completion of an action, but by certain time in the future. That means in the future it will be finishing by the time. That means when we are adding the time, before that we just use by. Example, that I will have gone to Delhi. That means I will go to Delhi by next week. That means by next week surely I will go. The action completed in perfect manner. The second usage, it expresses the speaker's belief or guess about an action. That means I am just guessing or I just believe. Example, I shall have made all the arrangements before the guest arrive. That means it is my guest, okay. Almost everything I arrange before the guest comes. Now let's go to the structure. First, affirmative subject plus shall or will plus have plus verb third form. Here we have to use verb third form. In the present perfect also we used have plus verb third form. In past perfect also we used had and verb third form. Here also will have or shall have. Then third form of the verb, then object. Example I can say, I shall have gone Delhi by next week or by next month. Then in negative, just opposite of that. Subject plus shall or will plus not plus have plus verb third form plus object. Here we have to use by. Okay, if we are going to indicate or show the time, then just use by before the time. So I shall not have gone to Delhi by next week. That means next week I won't go. Next, a sort of question. First of all, we have to keep shall or will, then subject, have, and verb third form, and object. Object, it is not necessary. If it is necessary, you can use it. Then question mark. Example. Will you have son? That means in future, will you have son? Or shall I have gone to the park by next week? That means I am just asking to my friends. That's why, friends, I am telling this we can use in communicative English. Most of the people use new words, new vocabularies for improving their English. But I suggest, if you are studying this is enough for the communication. And if you study the extra vocabularies, then it will be more beneficial for you. That's why I am telling, please study these are the formulas. Once you by heart all the formulas, then it is easy for you to communicate. Then WH questions. First WH question, then shall or will, then subject, then have, then verb third form, then object, then question mark. Object is not necessary. If it is necessary, you can use it. So, when will you have gone to Delhi? Or when will you have gone to Kerala? That way you can use it. I shall have gone to Kerala by next month. That we can add. Okay, friends, I hope you understood little bit idea about the usage and the structure of future perfect. Friends, now let's study future perfect continuous. So, what do you understand by future perfect continuous? Future perfect continuous means the actions which is going to take place and it start from certain period in future and it will end in definite time or it may go beyond. Now let's study the usage, then you will understand a little more. To express an action which will begin before a definite moment in the future and will just stop at the moment or may continue. Sorry, here I have written to at. Okay, so at the moment or may continue. That means the actions which is going to take place, it may start in a definite time or indefinite time, and also it will continue, and it can be stopped or it can go beyond, or it may continue further. So the example I could say, I will have been living in this house for 10 years. That means that right now I am not living. I will in future 10 years I will have been living. Maybe it can be 2025 to 2035. Okay. Now let's study the structure. In affirmative, that means positive, subject plus shall or will plus have be plus, here we are adding have be, then verb, then ing, object, and here we have to add along with that. Just wait. Along with that, we can add for. Example, I could say, I shall have been staying in Delhi for 5 years. That means in future I will stay in Delhi for 5 years. Then negative, just opposite of that. Subject plus shall or will plus not plus have been plus verb plus ing plus object. So I shall not have been staying in Delhi for 5 years. That means for 5 years I won't stay. Or I can keep the definite time also. I shall have not been living. Sorry, I shall not. Okay, before have we have to add not. Okay, I shall not have been staying in Delhi from 2025. Which means from 2025 onwards, I won't live in Delhi. Next, yes or no questions. First of all, we have to add shall or will, then subject, then have been, then verb first form, then ing, and object. It is not necessary. Object is not necessary. If it is necessary, you can keep it. Okay. Then question 1. So the example I will say, will you have been staying in Churu or in Rajasthan for 5 years? Answer, no. I shall not have been staying in Churu or Rajasthan for 5 years. Otherwise I can say yes. Then first formula you can use it. I shall have been staying in Churu for 5 years. Then WH questions. First of all, we have to add WH question, then shall or will, then subject, then have been, then object, verb, then ing, then object. Object it is not necessary. If it is necessary, you can keep. Then question mark. So the question we can ask, it will help you in your communication also. Where shall you have been working for 10 years? Other example I would say, when shall you starting? When shall you have been? Sorry, when shall you have been starting your work from 2025? That means I can say the answer that I will have been starting my work from 2025 or from 2013. So if we are not indicating the time or mentioning the time, then we can add the when. We can use the when. Or where also we can use what. What are the WH question you can add, you can add. And you can use in your communicative English. So friends, I hope little bit idea you understood about future perfect continuous. We studied the usages and the structure. So friends, I hope you got little bit idea about future tense. And the future tense divided into 4: simple future, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. If you understood little bit idea about future continuous and future tense and its classification or the parts, then you can comment or you can like it and you can subscribe this channel for upcoming videos. Thank you.